Sunday was the second week in our Living Values That Matter series. And the value that we looked at is called Share the Scars. And, a scar is a wound that has healed, but was deep enough to leave a scar. And we all have them. And some are physical, but more significant are the emotional, psychological, and spiritual scars. It's important to remember that the value is not share the wounds. Wounds have to be dealt with, but often gently and lovingly exposed to God and others who will care. It often takes time for God to work the healing in our wounds. But when healing comes and we move forward, we often want to hide our scar and cover it up. But a deep wound that God has healed becomes a powerful witness. As you'll hopefully be reminded this week in the devotions, that it's important to remember that the wound is not caused by God. God is not the source of the wound. The enemy is. God is the source of the healing. Two important ideas have kind of surfaced for me in the last few months as I've been reading Brene Brown's new book, Rising Strong. And if you haven't read anything of hers, I recommend it. If you haven't listened to her TED Talks, they're great. So please do so. But the first idea that I want to think about is the idea of realizing that most people are doing the best they can with the tools that they have. And it doesn't mean that people can't do better. It doesn't mean that we don't need to learn new tools. And I believe the source of that is God. But we are doing the best we can with the tools we currently have. I've had to realize that I often have a tendency to point out how people can do better and how people are falling short. And admitting that in myself has made me face my own perfectionism, my own judging of other people and myself. But this next week, we're going to look at the second thing. As I said, there's two ideas that I've been thinking at from her book. So next week, we'll look at the second one. But as you go through the life devotions this week, what we hope that you'll experience is healing. Or maybe just begin a journey of healing with God. And also we hope you'll develop the courage to share your scars with others, because it really does matter.